Okay, remember when Apple lost its case in the Epic Games versus Apple lawsuit? This ruling basically required Apple to discontinue its anti-steering rules. Yesterday, the Supreme Court declined to hear appeals in that case, so Apple revised its U.S. App Store rules to let developers link to outside payment methods. Big win for developers, right? You can now use app stores outside of the App Store in capital letters. But, and you knew there'd be a but, developers can't use alternative payment methods exclusively. Quoting 9to5Mac, Apple is updating its App Store guidelines to allow developers to link to alternative payment methods, provided that the app also offer purchases through Apple's own in-app purchase system. This means that an app can't include links to alternative payment platforms if that app doesn't also use Apple's in-app purchase system. The guideline says that developers can apply for an entitlement that allows them to include buttons or links directing users to out-of-app purchasing mechanisms. According to Apple, the link to an alternative payment platform can only be displayed on, quote, one app page the end user navigates to, not an interstitial, modal, or pop-up, in a single dedicated location on such page and may not persist beyond that page, end quote. Okay, so devs can offer a choice. Sounds like the App Store has been cracked open a bit. But you can't abandon the App Store. You have to continue to offer Apple's system even if you want to use others. But you can use others, so win, right? Would it surprise you that there are still more caveats? For example, note that you have to apply to offer those other links. Apple has to approve your what they call entitlement. And if you use other payment methods, you don't get access to some key features like family sharing, and Apple will not help customers with refunds or subscription management. No canceling easily just using your iPhone. The dev will have to take over that. Oh, and then there's this, quoting TechCrunch. The company mentioned on a support page that even if developers use a link to direct users to other options for digital purchases, they will have to pay a 27% cut to Apple. For developers who are part of Apple's small business program or who are auto-renewing subscriptions for a second year, the fee is reduced to 12% instead of 15%. Essentially, Apple is giving developers a discount of 3 percentage points to use alternative payment methods. This might not be enough in some cases, as developers will still have to pay fees to another payment processor, end quote. So let me sum up the details of that last bit. Apple wants a 27% commission if you link from your app to a website, say. They want you to provide reporting of sales every few weeks, and they reserve the right to audit your books. So if this sounded like cracking open the App Store in the sense of avoiding Apple's 30% VIG, no. This is not that. This is Apple conforming to the letter of the law in such a way as nobody will ever actually do this. What is the point of alternate payments if Apple is still going to take 27%. As David Heinemeier Hansen tweeted, quote, "Can you imagine if Google wanted 27% of any sales that resulted from anyone visiting your store after finding you in their search engine, and the right to audit your books to ensure they got their rake, and the threat to kick you off Google if you didn't comply? Nuts," end quote. Sounds like Epic is going to contest this compliance with the ruling in court, arguing it is being made in bad faith. Actually, Epic's Tim Sweeney tweeted explicitly that.